Hello, everyone. Good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever applies for you where you are. We are gonna play Minecraft. We are I was scrubbing through some old stream recordings from February, which I know isn't that old, but also is totally that old. And I got reminded that we had found a mine in one of the caves that we had been exploring. And we explored it a little bit, but not very much because we were getting turned around and all that. So I thought today we would do some exploring of that mine. Now, with that in mind, I need to clean out my bags and get all our stuff set up and ready to go. So I know we've been keeping our gold boots just on because we keep wandering through the nether. I don't know if we actually need to keep our gold boots on. Oh, and we should probably, get all the junk out of our pockets. No, we can't even put that anywhere. We can put it in there. Right, so deep slate. Really? It has to be cobblestone, doesn't it? Pooh. Yeah. Well, okay. For some reason, I didn't even think about that fact. That regular deep slate would not work. Okay. Well. And there's at least a decent amount of it. That's not where we're going. This is. If we need more than 4 stacks of anything to figure out where we're going, well, we're in trouble. And let's get that in there. These, I think, I will actually mine real fast. So that we can repair. Okay. So we have those repaired. Let's get you out of here. And get rid of the doggy bones. We don't need those. Those we could use. I don't think we need charcoal. Let's put that away. And not in tools. That's not what I'm looking for. Torches. Okay, I think... Oh, let's get this stuff out of here. Wrong button. This is going to be another I hit all the wrong buttons today stream. Why not? Might as well. Just, you know, do whatever, right? Okay, we'll keep the extra food. We'll put it in the yellow one. We don't need, at least I don't think we need, all of the extra. Yeah, keep a couple. But I don't think we need all of them. That should be good, I think. Yeah. I was debating taking the horse for a minute, but then I have to swim him across, and that's a pain. And I don't really know why I'm taking the hard way to get there. But this is the way we decided to go, so it's the way we're going. And there's our entrance right over there. So how has everyone's weekend been? I hope it's been a good one. My weekend has been pretty uneventful. Oh, what did I leave in here? Oh. Iron or stone pickaxes. Okay then. Actually, I'm not surprised. We left them way back early on. As we didn't forget that we had mined and done stuff over here, but we had kind of forgotten about the whole actual, like, abandoned mine part. It's this way. We need to open this whole thing up still. Oh, and I didn't bring a boat, and there's an Enderman. I don't even think... Yep, I can't even make a boat. Oh well. Enderman's kind of up there anyway. So I don't think we'll worry about him. Alrighty, so everything was all over here. Give me 1 second. For some reason my chair just slid like way back. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm situated. I hope. Okay. Just trying to get kind of my bearings here since it's been a minute since we've been over here. Considering I had completely forgotten about it. So I guess let's go down this way. What do we have? Oh, like that. I can actually do my idea. We don't have very many signs, but we can try a little bit. That is super not how you spell exit, Ed. Yeah, it's usually helpful if you kind of spell things right. Oh, and there's a spawner back here, which is something we wanted. So, I guess in that sense, I'm glad I found it. I hear the other zombie, but I'm not seeing him. I think we don't worry about him for the moment. Let's get some torches around this guy. Get some of that out of here. Oh, and we're using the wrong thing. Always use the wrong thing. That's how you get the most stuff done. Or something. Right? Alright, I was talking about my weekend. And yeah, my weekend was pretty good. Saturday was, like I said, pretty uneventful. Didn't do a whole lot. Got to see one of my favorite teachers that I haven't seen in a while. She hasn't been teaching, so. But she filled in for the class I was taking. I guess I should mention what. So I do take dance classes. I've danced pretty much my entire life. And so it's just, yeah, life is better when I go take class. And so anyway, she filled in for the regular, and that was pretty cool. Because like I said, I haven't seen her in a really long time. She hasn't been teaching any of the stuff that I take, so. So we are probably, actually not probably, we are definitely at some point, most likely, unless I forget, again. Sorry, trying not to cough right in your face. Going to open all of this up to create a spider farm. That is the most likely plan. And in general, just because, you know, we get so easily turned around everywhere, it would be useful for us to open this whole area up. Man, just cannot not cough today. I would really like to not set myself on fire. That's what I would really like to have happen. Groovy. Okay, there is nothing over this way. Do we want to go down this one? Do we want to keep going this way? Do we want to go? I think you're confused. Yeah, that's, I mean, look, this is what I mean about these things just being confusing as heck. Oh, there's diamonds. So we're gonna get the diamonds. Oh, use the right tool for the right job. There we go. Okay, and now we're down here. And I don't know where down here is compared to anything else. But let's get a light on it. At least. There's light over this way. So maybe kind of sort of in theory it means I've been over here. Well, I've been around here at some point. Oh, yes, I have definitely been around here at some point. There's the way up. Boop boop be doo. Okay, so this is how we came in here. And there's my sign. So if we go over this way, I think that's where we just were. There's my to the exit. There's the spider spawner. And if we go down here, besides a couple of zombies, there's not really much down here, it looks like. And water. Yeah, this whole area. Oh, there's another spawner. Well, this time I heard you. I could not hear the other ones at all. Well, we're not going to try and wade through the water to figure it out. I've put a marker where the other spawner is. we're going to call that good enough. Yep, there is some gold. I will take that. Let's go down this way. There is kind of sort of a method to the madness of where I'm placing torches. Kind of sort of being absolutely the operative term, as I am just kind of putting them wherever I feel like to a large degree. But in theory, if I put them all on the right, then when I'm heading back, they should be on the left. That's my theory. That's what we're sticking to. So that's what we're sticking to. That's our claim for today. Ooh, sorry, moved my mouse. But then see, like, we get over here, and now I'm confuzzled. Did I put this torch there on purpose at some point, or did I just put it there because I put it there and just, needed a torch up? I don't know. Which is kind of unhelpful. And this is just a big open room. Yeah, another reason to just get in here and, like, open the whole thing up. Is there anything over here? No. Okay, I was going this way. That looks like something I did. But there's no torches down here, so I'm guessing it was not something I did. And these I'm purposely putting on the other side because this is the way up over here. I hear you. Where are you? Well, I'm not going to stand here and wait for you. Oh. Well, shit, we could use this stuff, couldn't we? I mean, we don't really need the seeds, But I'm not saying no to them. Do we destroy the chest so that we know that we were here? Or do we just leave it? Yeah, we could just leave it. Okay. Is this the other spider spawner that we found, or is this a new one? You gotta grab the right tool for the job, or it won't work. Now, you can break spawners, right? Do I need something specific to do that, or will just, like, my silk touch axe do it? Okay, that was actually easier than I thought it would be. But it didn't give it to me, which was... I don't know why I really want a spider spawner. I'm using my silk touch one, right? Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Well, whatever. We have another spawner. We don't need to hang on to all the spawners. And we will grab the redstone because, yeah, grab all the things while you can. And the same with the lapis. Okay, well this is a dead end, and we've taken out the spider spawner. Might as well grab the rest of the string. I mean, I do tend to use blocks more than scaffolding. That's mostly because a lot of times it's easier to get blocks than scaffolding. And we'll collect the copper. Okay, where's my way out? Must be this way. Alright, there is the doohickey, who is empty. That's our dead end. So that's that. Okay, Okay, so which way? And the music kicked in. Let's look over here. All right, torch on my left. So in theory, this is towards the exit. Okay, here's this big open room. And see, here we are now. Thoroughly lost. Yeah, we went in a big circle. How about we just open this up? Have we grabbed anything then? We found some interesting stuff. Gotten a couple more diamonds. We always need more diamonds. So that says to exit. So if we go this way, there's the stone stuff for the spawner. We're just gonna open this whole area over here. And I know we're gonna have to reconstruct or deconstruct or construct some of this when we make a spider farm. But I don't really plan to do that today. I don't know the layout for one by heart, so I do have to look it up. And you all don't really want to spend all of stream just staring at a screen while I'm looking at some other screen. It's not very fun. Oh, forgot to do it with the silk touch instead of with blah words. With the fortune. Yep, and we must be out of space. Nope. We can fix that at least a little bit. We don't want that. I know I'm going to end up picking it back up and have to do it all over again, but... Hello, Mr. Skelly Man. Hi, gonna hide in the corner? Oh, and knock me down. Thanks. Okay, we need to get back up here where there's slightly more light and I can actually see what I'm doing. And with my luck, they'll have stopped following me, which is also fine. Bye, Mr. Skelly Man. I will take the arrows, though. Is the other Mr. Skelly Man still down here? He is. And he's gonna be hiding somewhere where I can't see him. Oh, helps if you have the right button. Oh, there's like 4,000 of them. Never mind. And we were down to 3 hearts. That was a dumb idea. That was absolutely a dumb idea. We knew I was going to do one eventually, right? No, but eventually they wander up here, I guess. Okay, where the heck are we? Is this going to be our towards the exit? Yes. Okay. So that's an area, I don't think we didn't open that up today. That was already opened up. There's our to the exit arrow. And this was the area that we were kind of opening up. Right? Maybe? Okay, we were just opening up like the whole area by the spawner, I guess. See, we were doing it like 10 minutes ago, and I don't even remember what we were doing. Got it. Alright, now you have to die. No, you're not gonna. I needed to shoot you twice. Oh, got him again. With no space to put the stuff and things in. Because we need the gunpowder, and we don't want you. Stupid rotten flesh. But I can grab the gravel. And we'll just keep opening up this area over here. Because I feel like it. Yep, but we need something there to make sure that we can get back up that area. And we didn't accidentally remove any of the torches from it? No. Doopy 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 doo 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 doo. Well, I think we've gotten most of this opened up. And I've got no space in my pockets, so it's probably a good spot for us to get out of here. Say hello to this zombie that's just hiding out over here. And let's go dump things in the chest that we have right up here. We'll have to come back and collect them later, but that's later. And we keep picking up blasted. You out. I just picked it up again. Get out of here. There. Now it can't follow me. Alrighty. Do we want to keep exploring the mine? Do we want to go explore some other corner of this place? I mean, we did explore it months ago now, but at the same time, not crazy extensively, I don't think. Because we did run into that area that we thought would have an ancient city or a warden or something in it, and it turned out not to. Bye, Mr. Skelly Man. Let's see what's over here since we're over here. Oh, right, I need shears and I didn't bring my shears. Yeah, why not? I don't know if you all could hear him, but my little sidekick Wesley is in here. Actually, I've got both of the little dogs. They were both napping in here when I went to start, and I decided not to wake them up and kick them out of the room. We really needed to bring a boat with us. Because I do not have another good way to take out an Enderman. And we also very much need pearls and the eyes and all the things. Okay, I can't see to tell exactly where it's coming from, because I thought it was coming from where I just blocked it up, but it seems like not really. Nope, wrong tool. Again. Does that take care of all of it? I think it does. Yes, I see you. I wonder, this is probably a really, really bad idea. Yep. Holy cow. I did not expect that to happen. Okay, well, let's not repeat that anyway. Just because it worked this time, it's probably not going to work next time. Because I'm not really sure how it managed to work this time. So, yeah, let's not try and do that again. Nope. And now I'm hitting the wrong buttons. All distracted by that actually working. Because yeah, no way was that supposed to work. No way at all. I don't know why my brain can't remember what that is. Oh. You... Look, I just took out an Enderman. I can take you out. For sure. Provided I don't miss. And I keep missing. Give me my arrow back. That's not the button. This is the button. Oh, and I did end up with Ender Pearls. I didn't think I did. Well, shows what I pay attention to. What is basalt doing over here? You usually don't see it in caves, right? It's usually just in the nether? Explains why I was so confused for a minute. And then that's calcite, which I don't think we have any of, so we're going to collect all the calcite. There's an amethyst. Now, I don't remember. I might end up having to look it up. What is this? Father-son beating up day? Stop it. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't remember which ones are the ones you're not supposed to break, because there are ones that you're not, like, that you shouldn't break. I think it's these ones that kind of have the X on them, because that's where the crystals will grow or whatever. I think. I hope. We'll find out. I don't need those. Trying to make more space. Don't need that either. I'm going to end up with them back in my pockets, I'm sure. But trying not to, and I already did. Right, so if I were me in the future, how would I mark this area so that future me can find it? Or knows that it's here. Or something. Because there's kind of our staging area spot. How did we even get up here? We must have gotten up here this way. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. What do we think? Maybe some kind of sign? Or some kind of map. I don't know, what are we... It's like in a perfect world, I would just stick a sign like right there. But I can't really get to there even to do that. Maybe like right here. That's not how you spell amethyst. I was trying to figure out how to make an up arrow, and it wasn't coming to me, so I decided I wasn't worrying about it. Yeah, nope, we want to go back up this way, though. Explore up here more. I know, we just walked through this way. I mostly kind of just want to see if there's any reason... I mean, there's copper over here. I don't know why it's retelling me that I can make copper ingots and stuff out of it. It just told me that earlier when I mined copper with Silk Touch. No clue. I'm guessing Minecraft doesn't know either. Maybe it just always does that, and I've just never noticed before that it does it every single time. But I don't think it has. I don't know. Oh, hello, Mr. Zombie. You know what? We'll just shoot you with an arrow. And then smack you if I need to. No more rotten flesh. I don't want it, and I don't need it. Noopy-doopy-doopy-doo. Alright, we'll open this area up a little bit more, just because I feel like it. There's not really any logic to it. It's just what I feel like doing today. So remember what we said we weren't gonna do? Well, he disappeared before we could anyway. And, yeah. Then the dumb Skelly showed up. And I really wish that you could pick up the arrows, those arrows, and not just the ones that are like, here, pick this up. That's what I really wish. I also wish I'd remembered to use Silk Touch when I mined that copper, because now I've got less space in my pockets. But, oh well. What are everyone's plans for the week? Anyone doing anything exciting, different, taking vacations, getting ready for the end of the school year? Yeah. I know my kiddo is very ready for the end of the school year. Except for the fact that a couple of her best friends are seniors and are graduating. So, not ready for that part. But otherwise, she is very ready for the end of the school year. And quite frankly, I kind of am too. The upside to being a parent of an older kiddo is just that. You kind of look forward to the ability to not have to get up and get them up in the morning, which is much easier and less time consuming than, when they were younger. However, I like that little extra half hour of sleep I get when I don't have to get her up and ready for school. Or, well, get her up. I don't really have to get her ready. I just make sure that, she's up, she gets breakfast at a certain time. I say, hey, it's time to get dressed. Hey, it's time to leave. Hurry up and get your shoes on or you're going to be late. Those things. And she does not drive, which I am perfectly okay with. However, that does mean that I have to make sure that I'm driving. So, and by the time I was my kiddo's age, I was driving. Well, I guess maybe not quite yet by the age of my kiddo, but pretty shortly after. And even still, my mother was not getting up with me in the morning at all. It was maybe she'd be up and walk with me to the train. I also lived in a different city and took public transportation to school. So maybe, she'd walk with me to the train. But otherwise, nope, I got up at dressed, fed, all those things. Pretty much. Hi, jerk. Bye. Nope. I said bye. Go away and stop knocking me down, butthead. I don't even know where this torch was. We're gonna put it right there. Anyway, so I mean here, jeez, stupid little mini you. I hit the wrong button. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I grew up in a different city than we live in now, and so obviously it's not going to be the same experience. These little shits. Here, Skelly, why don't you kill the little shits? And then I kill you. No, it's not how that's going to work today. Well, I wish it would. Hey, we gotta figure out where all these stupid little things are coming from because, yeah, probably coming from back here. Not dying in the lava. Not today, preferably, anyway. You know, maybe tomorrow. At least I'm guessing this is where they're coming from. Can I plug that hole? Not... Maybe? Maybe. We're gonna try anyway. Oh, well, no, that still worked. Okay. I figured it was coming for me for sure. Alright, hole has been plugged. Let's see if we can plug this one. Cool. And I don't know, let's get some light over there. Okay, well, I'm not going to do it much longer anyway on stream. I do want to continue opening all of this up. I just figure that, you know. Oh, and they're coming from down there. From where down here? This is all pretty lit up. I guess there must be some corner that isn't, but it seems pretty lit up. Hi. How are you? Yeah, well, I don't feel like really hearing what you have to say. Maybe down here? Anyway, as I was saying, I wasn't going to work on this too much longer, as while I do really want to get it all kind of opened up and everything else, you probably don't want to sit here and watch me do it for the next however many hours. There's a ton of creepers down there. I think we will let them stay down there. We are just going to go up this way, see if besides the Enderman that is over there, which we said we weren't going to do the dumb thing again. Just because we survived the dumb thing once doesn't mean that we should continue to do it. So we're not doing the dumb thing again. Okay, and I was right. It's the one with the little X's that do the growth thingy. So that's good for us to remember. And we made a sign to say that the amethyst was over here. So hopefully, get out. We don't do something dumb and take out the blocks we want to leave up. So that we can get those bad boys. And I know I just picked up the rotten flesh again. A medium amethyst bud. So does that mean there's small amethyst buds too? Or just medium ones? Nope, there are small ones. Right, so if there's medium and small, then there must also be large ones. I wonder what depicts a large one. Are you another medium one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are. Yep. I mean, I guess there could just be small and medium. Yeah, well, we'll come unearth that some other time. Let's keep going and see what else is over here, because we've not ever been over here, actually. Nope, but we could really use the coal. And there's a lot of it over here. So we're just going to grab it all. And I know I don't have space in my pockets. I'm going to have to make space. Fortunately, we've got these guys that can go in places. Oh crap, I looked at him, didn't I? How... Is it because I'm stuck in this little hole and he couldn't get to me? Is that how I managed to do that? Because otherwise, I don't know. And, yeah. Alright, well, whatever. We succeeded at it somehow. I don't know how, but we did. And we're just gonna take it at face value, and we're not gonna ask too many questions about it. Because I literally no idea. And honestly, that one seemed easier than the previous one. Also, still, no idea. So I'm guessing it was because I was stuck in the hole. I don't know. It's the only thing that makes any kind of sense was that he just couldn't get to me. Bye, zombie. Bye again. Well, that time you didn't knock that far. Bye. And I did get more ender pearls. That's awesome. And apparently I didn't have enough space for them, even though it said, I don't know, whatever. Even though it claimed I did, I apparently didn't. There is a lot of coal over here. I already have a full stack from before. And yeah, I know I've got fortune on here and whatnot, but still, it's a lot. And we're not going to try and explore that little corner. We are, however, going to do this. And get this opened up. Just because. There. Oh, but of course, I don't have any space for any of that stuff either. Do I need any of it? Do I really care? I mean, we could always come back for it. We do have a chest sitting in here for a reason. Other reasons than what we're using it for now, but for reasons. So, I don't know how you spawned over in this corner, but we're lighting it up so that you can't do it anymore. Oh, that's a glow octopus guy, isn't it? And somebody is hitting me. Again. Stop with the hitting. And now he's not following me. See? All that just to walk away. Well, usually helps if you push the shift button. Let's dump those in there because we don't need them right this minute. And they can probably live in this chest. Man. So what's everyone gonna do with the rest of their Sunday? I think I started to ask this earlier and then got sidetracked. And yeah, after I am done hanging out with you all, I do have some work for the day job I need to do. It is normally my day off, but there's a few things that I need to catch up on, and so I'm just gonna catch up on them, get them done. That way I don't have to try and do them some other time during the week and, you know, feel even more stressed or behind. Just do them now. And then other than that, you know, the usual stuff. Chores, getting ready for the rest of the week, making sure we've got all the stuff we need for the kiddo for school, lunches, you know, all those good things. There's only 4 more weeks of school left, I think. Yes. And like I said, I'm ready for the break. I'm looking forward to vacation and doing some fun stuff together and not just the grind. Okay, I guess if you insist, you can come with me. We're just gonna ditch you somewhere else. Or in this chest. What else do we not really want? I guess everything else we kind of do want, so. Alrighty, well, we will head back to our base, dump all this stuff. I don't know if I'll go and collect the other stuff on stream or not. We are about halfway through, so I think when we get back to base, we will take a quick break. Hello, Mr. Villager. What happened to your buddy? Where's Mr. Farming Villager? No, I don't see Mr. Farmer Villager. Obviously, it's been a minute since we've been in the village. No, he's way up here. What are you doing up here? Well, we're gonna have to probably trade soon. For no other reason than for me to have some more emeralds in case a wandering trader comes by that has something we really want. Which is pretty rare so far, but you know, it could happen. There's our housey boat. I think it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. It is not my favorite thing I've ever built in the world, and we might make changes to it. We'll probably make changes to it at some point in the not too distant future. But for right now, I think it looks pretty good. Let's get all of our stuff put away. Do, 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 do. Get our seeds in here and our golden apple. We don't need spider eyes. I know, I'll end up picking them back up again in a minute, I'm sure. That is definitely how this all works. Stone, stone, andesite, cobblestone, and diorite. Andesite goes in here too. Gravel, diorite, and then regular cobbly stone. Okie dokie, where should the amethyst go? Do we have any more pink signs? We do. I think amethyst should go right here. I knew someone named Amethyst once. There's nothing else really to that story except that I knew someone with the name Amethyst. Nice person. Yeah. Oh, cannot stop yawning. I got good sleep and all of that stuff, so I don't know. Iron doesn't go in there. Iron goes in here. Dirt. Granite. Oh, nope, you go in here. Lapis. String. We are running out of space in all of our random things chests. What else? What else? What else? What else? Other wood. Fence posts. Those are oak. Okay. Well, it's nighttime. We might as well do the sleepy sleep thing. let's see. What are we doing next? What do you think we should do next? Well, actually, like I said, we are about halfway through, so let's take a bit of a stretch break. Everybody, get up and stretch, go get a snack, go get a drink. You know, look out a window, take a bathroom break. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be back in a couple of minutes. So I will see you in just a few. Let's recollect this block using the right thing. Alright, we're gonna go get the rest of the stuff. And then, I don't know yet. Pretty sure that's how I start every stream. I don't know what we're gonna do today, but we're gonna do something. Sometimes I think they're more fun that way. Just do random stuff and not think about it too hard. Oh, there's finally more villagers over here because we had 0 there for a minute. Well, good. Maybe I can actually do something with this village at some point. Make some villagers that I can trade with and whatnot. That would be real helpful. Let's see, do we have... No, we didn't clear up a ton of space in our pockets for this, but we did clear up some. I always go past it. We need to open this up. We need to just open it all up. Yep. Hello, Spooter. Spooter, who is way too far away for me to worry about. You can go in a bag. 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 We're going to leave the other things behind. We don't need any of that stuff, nor do we really want it. And whenever I come back here, I will have forgotten that I put bones and rotten flesh in there because they kept ending up back in my pocket and annoying me, and wonder why I put them in there. That is a problem for future me that current me is not going to worry about. I am sure future me can figure it out. Right, we are heading back. And we are gonna... Well, first we're gonna sleep through the night and then get rid of all the stuff in our pockets. Maybe not in that order. And then... maybe we can work on... I've got two different ideas. Maybe we can work on the interior of the houseboat. Just put a couple of things in there and make it look more like, a houseboat also on the inside. I know it's pretty basic looking houseboat to begin with, but maybe something like that. And then or shouldn't say and then. It might be and then also, though. Or we can go hop in a boat, pick a direction, and do some random exploring. What do we think? What do we think? Anybody have an opinion? Thoughts? Theories? Bueller? Speaking of old school references, I was with some younger friends the other day, and we got to talking about something. A movie. Well, it was a movie and a TV show. And that I had seen the name of one of the main characters, like, in real life, like, just the other day. And so I give the name, and blank stares. And finally one of them goes, "Yeah, you're right. The Hubs is probably the only one that'll know that reference." I think it was before my time. I was just there like, yeah. You get reminded sometimes that you're the oldest one in the room or whatever. And I don't really in general mind being the oldest one in the room, but it also kind of sucks sometimes. To be like, oh yeah, nobody else has any idea what I'm talking about. Okay, tough gravel and stone. Speaking of, I guess, random things maybe is the right term. For the calcite, if I leave some around the amethyst, or because it seems to always be by the amethyst, will it grow, or will there become more calcite? What makes calcite? How do I, or do I just have to keep looking for it? And that's completely fine too. I was just curious if somebody had an answer for me. Eventually, we're gonna do that. Eventually, we are going to do the smithing thing. I thought I had a smithing table out. Maybe not. Maybe it's just in my stuff somewhere. Like with everything else. Since my things are such a mess right now. Like, I don't know how I find anything. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure I just don't, but... Anywho. Right, let's do some interiors. Let's take a little bit of wool. And what? We have so much red. What do... Let's do something where I can use red and white. Use up some of this red. I need some view. That is super not how you spell bed. Hold on. We want to see... Oh, because I have to convert it to dye first. Just all the moments. Yeah, let's do pink. Right, if I do this, will it give me anything? No. I don't need you. I need you. There we go. Pink bed. And furnace, which is just a bunch of stone. Nope, that's not it. Well, it would be it if it was the right stone. That's what we're learning. I've never had so much dang regular deep slate that I apparently don't know. So let's try this again. There we are. And out here we go. So put the bed. I like the bed over here. And put the furnace like here. We need something that looks sort of like a counter area. And we need to expand that so that, you know, our dumb butts aren't going to constantly fall in the water right next to it. What kind of counter space area do we need? I think we just need something like 3 along. So, but do we want to try planks? Do we want to try trapdoors? I know if we do planks, We have to put a block down first and then put a plank. Or not planks, slabs. What do we think? And what color should they be? That is the other big question. What color? I'm kind of leaning towards trapdoors. So if we're thinking trapdoors, let's look at some options. Wow. Usually helps if you actually spell the word. Thinking iron. Are we thinking... Sorry, I'm just watching them scroll through, because I'm not sure what I'm thinking. No, it's not. Oh, yes it is. They're over there. Durr. I don't love this one, because it just looks less countertop and more like window blinds to me. Kind of the same with that one. That's not too bad. This one with the oak. Same with the cherry wood one. I don't know, or do we just go copper or iron? I think wood. I think a wooden one is the way to go. Just which one do we think? I don't really want to do the cherry. Maybe jungle is the way to go. Nope, and it's getting to be nighttime. Let's shut that door. Nope, I need planks first. Now we need a trapdoor, which I still can't spell. Well, my problem is that I'm hitting the the characters both at the same time. Alright, let's do that. Let's sleep. And now let's go put in some counters. Hello, turtles. We almost need to put, or just leave, a boat out here. You know, like a, you know, sort of like somebody that just took their boat into town or something like that from their houseboat. Right, let's see how this looks. Yeah, I'd say that works. I would say that works pretty good. And that works very good, actually. Do we need a fourth one? Make this whole side look like a counter? What do you think? I think for now that works. Or maybe we put like a crafting table or something on the end. I don't have anything that or a cauldron. Maybe a cauldron. It's kind of the closest thing Minecraft has to a sink. Yeah, I think we do a cauldron. How do I make a cauldron? I've made one before, but only one. Well, we fortunately have a buttload of iron. Actually, I don't need that. I just need this. Let's get this other stuff put away while we're up here. Wool, dye. I don't know if any of you could hear that through the mic. It sounded like thunder. It was predicting rain where we are today. However, because we live in the Southwest where it's more dry than rainy, and most of the time when rain gets predicted, the weatherman gets proved wrong. You never know around here. Alright, so does the cauldron go next to the furnace or on the other side? Let's try both. Maybe we should use the right tool for the job and not just use your torch. I do have a second cauldron, so let's put that one there. What do we think? I'm honestly not sure. I am not sure at all what way, even after staring at it for a few seconds. I don't know. I don't know at all. What if... we switched them? I like that better. I don't know what the difference really is in my head, but somehow that's better. That's just, yeah, that's better to me. So now, what else needs to go in here? We got the bed, the stuff, maybe an item frame with, I don't know, something in it. A fishing rod. That's what should go in the item frame. And it is definitely raining outside. I know you all can't hear it on the mic. I can hear it pretty clearly. You know what? I think we're going to start putting chests and crafting tables and stuff over here because we do have a lot of them. We'll put the composters there too. That just makes more sense than some of the other stuff we're doing. Put you back. Okay, we said item frames. Sticks and leather. Oh, and we wanted to put a fishing pole. Not my good one. I'll leave the good one here. It's just for decoration, so... maybe that one. Mending and unbreaking. It's got unbreaking 2. That's got unbreaking 3. Maybe we put that one. I just think maybe the glowy sort of purpley color of an enchanted one will look better. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong and they will look exactly the same and no one will care. A glow item frame. Oh, with glow ink. Well, we don't have any glow ink. Doop 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 doo doo da. Where do we prefer it? Think that one. And let's look at the other one. Yeah, the glowing one is definitely better. But I don't like the way that it got rotated. And I don't know if this will fix it, but we're going to try it. What do we think? Yeah, it's a boat. Should have a fishing rod. Not sure what else. I do want to put... I don't know how to do it. That's my downside. Is have it look like someone is fishing just like right off of the dock. My downside is that I don't know how you... maybe we can look. Well, it doesn't give me an option for actual armor stands. I will have to figure out how to make armor stands. I know that you can. But like everything else in the world, or I shouldn't say everything else, but like so many things, I've never done it. So that is something that I am going to have to figure out for sure. If any of you all know the quick, easy, or how to, I shouldn't even say the quick, easy way to make them. If you know how to make armor stands, let me know. I would much rather learn new things from you all than have to go look them up all the time. So please let me know. If you're watching the VODs later, you can also absolutely let me know. I don't think I have enough feathers for arrows. I don't see any feathers in this one. No, I don't need that many of you. There we go. Are there feathers in here? 7. And then we need flint and sticks, I think. We're about to find out. Oh, look at that. Go me. Mucho better. We'll probably have to make some more flint sometime soon. That's not the button. This is the button. Where are they? There they are. Oh, and that can go away too. I have all of these bows. Just tons of them. I need to do something with them. I don't know what yet, though. And these all the unknown maps? Okay. But some of them aren't, right? That's what we could do. So that one we haven't gone to yet. And you... I don't think we've gone to you yet. And 6, we haven't gone to either of those. That's not the button. We've already mishit like all the buttons, including losing our thingy today. We don't need to... Alright, well we know which... We know that one. And the first one we know. Stick those two up there. And then we'll look at these ones. So that one is also just the map of our house. And that's the village. So you go in there, you go in there. So do you. Is that the one of our house? We could keep that one. Just to find our way home if we need it. Oh, and we aren't going to do it the hard way today, or this time. Step in the boat. Come on, you know you wanna. Come on, Mr. Enderman. Get into the boat. The other way might have almost been easier. Come on. Boaty boat. Boat. Thank you. And see, then I got 3 ender pearls. And now I gotta put those away. Yep, I've got blade rods. I think we might be close to enough ender pearls to try and find the thing and the stuff in the thing. The portal to the end. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, just maybe. I don't know that we're gonna... I don't know. Hi, kitten. You cannot be in the boat. I don't need you in the boat, kitty kitty. Thank you. You all are very cute having your private meeting or whatever over here. Okay, let's pick a treasure map. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do we think? Let's just do number 4. Okay, so here we are. We're way down at the bottom. And if that's southeast, we want to go straight north. I think. I'm not always certain that the maps have any true rhyme or reason, but we're trying it. And the map is literally... I mean, our dot is not even moving. So maybe we need to go more this way? Oh, there's an underwater cave over there. And some fishes. This is the thing that I kind of hate about these maps, is you can't ever really tell if you're getting there until you're, like, there. So, you know, we could be going for a very long time. Like, maybe we need to go more west? No idea. Random little island. There is something. Nope, it's a underwater portal. Well, we are not going to do anything about the underwater portal right this minute. It's kind of difficult to do anything about it when we don't have things like aqua affinity or underwater breathing or whatever the other stuff is. That would help us with being underwater. And we won't remember where it was when we come back either, I'm sure. However, hopefully at some point we will run into it again when we do know it's there. You ever feel like you're going the totally wrong direction? Like somehow I don't know what I'm thinking. But we aren't finding it. I'm sure my kiddo would say something like, I'm applying logic to the treasure map on a game or something. Like, why would I do that? What are you? It's probably surrounded by guardians or something. But which it is. It just looks bigger than any of the other ones I've seen. we're going to write it down. Okay, let's not get too close to the Guardians. Not today, since that's not our plan for the day. Oh, we finally see our dot moving somewhere. All right. We are going west. We've gone too far west. We need to go more this way. Like straight this way, I guess. Yeah, we found acacia. Which we're also going to write down real fast. Right. So I think we have to go around this. Watch this be like a huge ass piece of land, and going around it will be impossible. Oh, there's a witch up there. And a huge bit of lava. Well, we were right about this being a humongous piece of land that was going to be more difficult to go around than we were hoping for. But we're here now, so we're just going to keep on trucking. another random island that has 2 skellies on it. Now it feels like we're not making any progress again. That one has a block on top of it. I'm pretty sure that we've looted that one. Okay, now we're going east again. We need to be going north. I sort of feel like we've gone in a giant-ass circle. Like, any minute we're gonna see the jungle biome portal. Well, let's go back this way. Let's just head straight north as we can head. I think we're gonna end up having to get out and walk. It's just in order to get around this thing. We're going way far south and then way far, we're going all sorts of other directions than the direction we want to be going. Alright, so we are definitely heading north right now. So let's just keep with it. Yeah, until we have to detour around. And I know we're going basically back the way we came around. But I'm not really sure how else to go. Going west. I guess we get out and we walk. I didn't bring a bed, which was not very smart of me. What is going to be the easiest way for us to go? Maybe this way? Hi, fun chicken. Ooh, more fun chickens. Maybe we don't die. Up this way, are we still going? Yes. Oh, and the fun red cows. Hi, red cows. Right, let's not fall straight down. Let's do our best anyway, not to do that. Okay, are we still going in the right direction? Yes, we are. I don't think any of you all can hear it, but it is definitely pouring outside. And one of the downsides to being in the Southwest, where it's always really dry, is that when it pours like this, the ground just can't absorb the water fast enough. So it ends up not being as helpful as one might think. So we get a whole bunch of rain, but a lot of it doesn't actually get into the ground to help. We're gonna get back in our boat. Oh, the dot's getting bigger. We are finally, maybe, getting towards our destination. Maybe, maybe. Helps if you whack the boat more than once. Oh, and we should eat our last pork chop. And half the forest is on fire. Why are you all on fire? Oh, too bad I didn't have buckets with me. Yeah, all the things that you should carry just in case is like... I could really use that. I really, really could. Yeah, let's write it down. At least then, if it's written down, maybe we have a chance of finding it again. Alright, not going across the big open gorge as I fall to my death. Well then. Why don't we grab a bucket? Now I'll just take all of them. If we're gonna start this trek all dang over again, we might as well do it with a bucket. And maybe since we were close and kind of have some coordinates-ish, it won't take us... who are we kidding? It'll totally take us forever to get there. That's okay. Now I'm committed. I kind of want to go see what might be in there. Alright, we need a negative x and a negative z. We are going towards north, towards negative z. Let's go. For stuff like this, I really wish, like in World of Warcraft, where you can, you have an auto run button that just keeps going until you hit it again. Minecraft needs one of those. Is there an option? Is that something I can make into a hotkey or keybind? Because that would be cool. I'm not going to go searching through all the keys right now. let's see. Since we're on this long boat ride together, again, so this morning, normally I get up earlier than everybody else. But for some reason, the Hubs was up way early today. Like, so early I didn't even know when he got out of bed early. So, like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, something like that. So I got up at my usual time and do my usual thing because first thing in the morning, I get up, I put the dogs out, I make their food, and I only get one dog dish down before I have to bring them in because no one wants to hear barky, barky dogs whining and crying to come inside nonstop at 7 in the morning. No one wants to hear it. So yeah, most of the time I don't even get to put all the dog food down before they're just losing their minds. So I bring them in, feed them, do all the things, and I'm getting ready for the day, gonna run an errand, then set up and come hang out with you all, right? And so Hubs walks in, and he's just talking about whatever because he's been up for hours, so he's just awake. And then he's like, I'll put the dogs out. And sitting there going, they were out like 20 minutes ago. They literally just finished eating. Like, they haven't had a chance to. And they went out anyway. They're those kinds of dogs when you suggest going outside, they immediately want to go out. And when you want to bring them in, most of the time they immediately want to come in. So I just thought it was super funny. It's like, this has been the routine for 9 years, 8 years, almost 9 years. And somehow, every once in a while, it's like a brand new thing because normally he's not up yet. Or when he worked, there was a job that he worked that he had to be there at like 7 a.m. or something like that. So he was up and out of the house before I got up and did the morning routine. So that, it gives him a little bit of a pass from not really knowing. But I just find it super funny. And, the dogs are very, very into their routine. Yeah, most dogs are. But our little menace Wesley has an internal time clock that is very set. And so he knows exactly when it's time to pick up the kiddo from school because they often go with me to do that. He knows exactly when it's supposed to be, evening potty time. He knows exactly when it's supposed to be dinner time. Like, he is just really on top of it. And he's gotten a little bit better about the morning thing, where if I'm not really awake, he'll kind of let me sleep in a little bit. But his time clock is really, really good. And he's so set in the routine that, like, one day, for reasons totally unknown, lo and behold, I was able to pick up all the dog dishes, scoop their food, put the right amount of food into each of the dishes because they are all different sizes, so they all eat different amounts. And not only did I get the big dog's dish down, which is usually the only dish I can get down before the dogs start going bonkers, I was able to get all 3 dishes down before they were barking and I had to bring them in. But because I did that and I wasn't holding Wesley's food dish when I grabbed him when they came in, he kept running into my office, which is where his food is. They all eat in separate rooms. And we did that because we did that when we just had the 2. That's when we started doing that. Because we found that that Buttercup, our little one, would just go to the big dog food dish and eat whatever she wanted of the big dog food dish, which had more food in it. And then, so then our big dog, being the big softy that he is, would go eat whatever out of her dish and then eat whatever she left out of the other dish. And, it unfortunately didn't help him lose weight when he needed to lose weight, but it definitely helped her gain weight that she didn't need. So now they all eat in different rooms. It solves that problem. Anyway, he kept running into my office and running back out and looking for me and running back in and running back out. And I was like, your food's there. It's already there. Like, just look for it. It's right in front of you. But he would just stare at the dish as if it was empty and be confused. So I finally honestly had to pick up his dish off of, out of his little mat and put it back down, and then happy as can be, he went to eating. It was the funniest thing ever, because the other dogs didn't even care. Like, they were like, okay, cool, the food's down, we're eating right now. And he was just like, but I didn't watch you put it down. Is it there? Is that the food? Or is it an illusion? It honestly, it just kind of cracked me up. That there he was, looking right at his food dish, and still not convinced. Get that out of the way. That way I can actually see. Yeah, he's just such a character. And he's the sweetest little dog ever, but he is just ridiculous. Ooh, I am going to collect some of these brown eggs. See if I can end up with brown chickies. I know there's only 2, and what's the rate that, if you throw eggs on the ground that it turns into a chicken? Probably not 2. Right, and back in the water we go, and get stuck on things. Because that's how we do it. Get stuck on stuff. Alright, and we definitely need to eat. We're down to, we were down to 3.5 hearts. I hear one, but I think he's too far. Maybe not too far away. That's probably not the right word. We're too in the water, maybe, is the better term. Nope, nope, there is one right below me. I just want little XP bits. And you. Bye. Well, I'm glad we made more arrows. I can't tell if this is about where we want to get off. I'm doing that idea kind of based on where the fire is. But, you know, that might not really be the way to go. Like, maybe we should be going more this way. Because that wasn't really quite the coordinates that we were looking at previously anyway. Then we will just keep going this way. This is where it is. I'm pretty sure. But again, I kind of want to wait till, you know, nighttime, or not nighttime, daytime. You know, that time that it isn't right now. That's what I kind of want to wait for. Alright, come on, hurry up. Hurry up and be daytime. Because I'm impatient and I'm going to end up running in there all willy-nilly and probably setting myself on fire and, you know, getting attacked by a skelly and a zombie all at the same time. Because that's what I'm really good at. Speaking of... No, there is somebody closer to me. Okay, what did you do with my boat, you jerk? Well, at least it landed back in my inventory. And I guess we'll just wait for these slow guys to get over here too. I want the arrows. I don't want any of the other stuff. I do not care about the other stuff. So we should still be pretty much right where we want to be. It's just knowing which direction now. Because now I'm not seeing anything on fire anywhere, which was how I was figuring I was in the right spot earlier. Anyway, I still think it should be like right over here somewhere. Because we immediately went too far. There it is. All right. So, while this was not our original goal, we do need it. So, we're going to do this. And then, I don't know if I'm going to keep going. We are kind of past our normal time. I'm thinking we'll keep going till we find the treasure. And then off stream I can get back. Or, well, hopefully I get a chance to get on and get back to our house. We're off stream. Oh, wow, that went even over there. Nice. That helps us out a little bit. Actually, I probably should do this one first. You know, we definitely need more obsidian. We love building our portals. And having portals around is kind of handy. It's just making sure that you can get back to, get to anywhere via the nether or something to make them worth it. Since we don't have elytra yet, I do think that we are pretty close to having enough ender pearls to do the eyes and then go searching for the portal to the end. I do think that we are getting there. So we will definitely have to do that. The other night, my kiddo was kind of funny, and she was there. She was watching somebody that had like a, I don't know, like a horror scary mod for Minecraft on YouTube, and they had made some comment or something, and I said something, and she said, "Well, have you even been to the Nether yet?" It's like, yeah, I spend a lot of time in the Nether because I kind of like the Nether compared to so many other Minecrafters. I find the Nether to be kind of a really cool, weird place. And I like being able to use portals to travel around because it's a lot easier than going all across the overworld. And I just found it kind of amusing. Twitch isn't her thing. She doesn't really watch streams. And I'm mom, so therefore, as much as she thinks it's cool that this is what I do, she also doesn't care that it's, you know, she's not going to go watch my videos or anything like that. She doesn't go tell her friends. She doesn't, you know. I guess if I became really famous one day, she might. But currently, not famous. She's not going to go tell people. So, yeah. But yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. Okay, we are almost done with this. Yeah, it'll only take us 20 something minutes to shoot. It almost took me 20 minutes just to get into that hole to get the obsidian out of it. It is the one thing I really wish they would come up with or change, is the obsidian thing. And getting into the end and doing that stuff thing. I know that arguably the, killing the Ender Dragon is the quote unquote end of the game, but it's also really not for most people. So it would just be kind of nice to be able to to get there a little bit more easily. I know the speedrunners and stuff, that would probably screw up all of their plans or how they play. So, there is also that. I can get that one. But it would be kind of nice if it would just be easier to get to the Nether. That you didn't have to spend hours, it feels like, mining obsidian. Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. That's all. Actually, I don't really want it there. I want it more like there. Not into the water. Because I don't want to keep floating away from my target. I'm trying to decide what we ought to have for dinner tonight. Anyone got any good dinner ideas, thoughts? What are your plans for dinner? I'm leaning towards doing something with shrimp because I happen to know that we have a pretty good amount of shrimp. And last night I did like a beef stir fry, only to discover that I couldn't use the teriyaki sauce that I thought I had because apparently somebody had used it all and put it back in the fridge and didn't tell me. And I know I have a house full of roommates, most of whom are younger, well, all of whom are younger. But I don't really think it was one of them. I actually think it may have been someone who was staying with us for a little bit. And they really wanted to make us dinner. They were only here for about a week or so. But they really wanted to make us dinner as like a thank you for them, having a place to stay for a minute, which was very nice and completely unnecessary. However, I seem to have all of these things that we used, but not so much that they were even low, that are now totally empty and back in the cupboard or the fridge. And yeah, and the making us dinner was not necessary or any of the above. We were happy to help, and it is what it is. But yeah, it's stuff that I was pretty sure I wouldn't have to buy any of for another couple of months is now totally empty. And, more so than that is in the cabinet or fridge. And I just find that kind of odd. Like, use it, who cares? But don't put it into the fridge where I can't tell that, or I don't know then that I need to buy more. Just. And I don't know, maybe they didn't think it was empty. Maybe they didn't realize. Maybe they, I would never presume to know what other people's thoughts are. Because I can't read minds. And I really honestly don't want to read minds. Being able to read someone's mind sounds not fun. Every once in a while, sure, but other than that, that's not the superpower I want. Not unless I could, easily turn it on and off. Then, maybe. Now, the ability to manipulate people's minds. No, I'm kidding. I don't really want that necessarily either. I mean, in so many ways, free will is kind of based on so many other influences that it's I wouldn't say that it's not truly free will or anything like that, but I would say that it's definitely influenced by a lot of other factors. And so the idea of being able to have that even more manipulated, anyway, if I had a superpower, that does lead to a pretty interesting conversation question. If you had a superpower, what would it be? I mean, invisibility, teleportation, flying, super strength. What other, the ability to throw fireballs, turn things into ice. I don't know, there's so many. I mean, literally anything. Anything could be a superpower. So, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I think in a lot of ways, the ability to teleport might be mine. If I could have one, I think that might be it. And I would never be late anywhere ever again. That would be nice. For things like going to concerts, you wouldn't have to pay for parking. Or even worry about finding parking. You would just show up. Yeah, I could get down with a little bit of that. I don't know. If you all could have a superpower, what would it be? And, for anyone who watches the VODs later, feel free to comment with what your superpower would be. I'd love to hear the answers. I'll share them on stream next time. Or, well, if I remember. I will probably remember. So, because I think it's kind of cool. And, there's no wrong answer. And everybody's answers are generally different based on what is important to them at the time, which is also kind of cool. Is like, I'm sure when I was in high school, if I had been asked that question, I would probably have given a different answer than teleportation. And now I'm thinking teleportation because then I could make sure my kiddo's at school on time. Yeah. I would just be there when they got out of school and like, all right, let's go, and just grab them and boom, home. Oh, I need to run errands after picking you up from school. Well, just zap you home and yeah. Picking up things for work. Yeah. Get done at the Walmart or the Staples or whatever and just boom. All right, here's the work stuff. Yeah, just pop to the office, drop everything off, pop back home. Yeah, it would. Like I said, I think in high school or college, my answer probably would have been completely different. I don't know what my answer would have been, or even what my answer was if I had been asked back then, but I think the answer would have been different. Yeah, I know I've already complained about it once. I probably shouldn't complain about it again, but how long it takes to do. And this turned out to be way more lava than we thought. But still, how long it takes to do flippin' obsidian. Just feel like we've been doing this forever. When I go through the VOD later to edit it and stuff, I will find out truly how long it took. Which is probably longer than I think, and also equally not as long as I think, all at the same time. Because that's usually how that goes. Finally. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This. That's east, that's south. That's north. I don't know where we came from versus where we need to go. But I'm assuming, except that I can't get out, this way. Right, yes, we are headed north. Where is our boaty boat? Good grief. That is 70, 80. I mean, holy cow. No, we gotta go this way. And apparently more that way. Right, move over, fishes. Okay, we are moving forward in the map. does show us moving towards a direction. So it looks like we're starting to get closer. Looks like maybe not close enough, which is kind of the downside. Because it's not filling the map in yet. Nice little lake or pond. I know we left that portal up. I don't think we have connected it to the rest of our portal systems, though. So I was initially like, shoot, there was a portal here? I'm kind of mad that we went all the way over, but I don't think we can get anywhere from that portal. Oh, now it is starting to fill in the map. This is super going to be something that we've already looted. Watch. Just you watch. It totally will be. Alright, according to this, it should be like right here. Oh, I was about to be like, where's my good shovel? Yep. Time for some air. There it is, right there. Alright, let's get some air, and let's find out what's in it. Okay, so besides the fish, everything else is honestly pretty useful. Yep. Time for more air. Maybe time to eat something. And did we ever figure out whether destroying the chest helps it not appear on another treasure map or not? I mean, I think we just will anyway, but I don't think we ever actually came up with an answer as to whether or not it matters. All right, well, we got a buttload of obsidian, and we did find the buried treasure, which turned out to have some cool things in it. Ooh, what is this? Potion of water breathing. That would be real handy for next time because we've got another treasure map that we're gonna go after. And we got some diamonds and some other stuff. So I think all in all, a pretty successful day. So with that, I am going to leave you here. I will off stream find my way home to empty all of our pockets and whatnot. And I will see you on Tuesday at the usual time, 10 a.m. Mountain. I almost said Eastern, which is not true. It would be noon Eastern. 10 a.m. Mountain Time US. We are going to get back into Dungeon Siege and then maybe halfway through switch to some Phasmo. I don't know. I will decide then. But I'm excited to continue Dungeon Siege even when it frustrates the heck out of me, which is often, it seems. I'm really enjoying getting to play it with you all and experiencing it with you all because I never got around to playing it until now. So anyway, I'm excited to share all of that with you and the adventures and mishaps. I will see you all on Tuesday. Have a great start of your week. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Eat some good food. Drink your water. And have a good one, everybody.